Welcome everyone. It's 5:30, Thursday, December 4th, 2025. This is the City Council meeting, and the Open Meetings Act is posted on the east wall of the council chambers. We are going to start out as a community development agency, and the Opens Meeting Act for that is also on the council chamber, and the notice of this meeting was published in the York News Times on November 28th, 2025. If you would please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amanda, the roll call.
Postier.
Here.
Wilkinson. Van Esch.
Here.
Piper. McGregor.
Here.
North.
Here.
Shepherd. Here.
And as a community development agency, we have one agenda item, and that's to consider approval of Resolution 2025-28, rescinding and canceling Resolution 2025-9, and to authorize and provide for the issuance of tax increment development revenue note, providing for the terms and provisions of said note, and authorizing the execution of an amended redevelopment contract with Hyatt Studios. Is a representative here tonight? Yes, if you would, you want to come to the microphone and please state your name and address for the record, and then you can just tell us.
Mike Stessman, 14909 Walnut Meadows Drive, Urbandale, Iowa. What you have before you is just a shifting of the development agreement beginning in 26 rather than what we had for 25, because we missed that time frame in which to get construction in. So we're just going to move that 1 year so we can have and maintain the full amount of the ability of the TIF. So.
And that's really all that's changing
That's
here.
all that changes. It just is going to say we're going to start construction. Our goal is to begin construction early summer, late spring. We're trying to close on the ground here before the end of December and get it bought in this year. And we're working on that now, but for the most part, we've got about 4 months of design in there, and then as soon as weather breaks and we start to get to a point where we can go to construction, we'll go to construction. So appreciate your patience here.
Oh, no,
These
thank
things
you.
take forever sometimes. And,
Yep.
and it's taken a while. But the ladies at the convention center have done a wonderful job of selling the hotelers, and we're ready to get moving and moving forward. So
Fantastic. Any questions? Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you so much. So we would need to authorize approval of the new resolution.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion is second. Any further comment? Hearing none. Amanda.
Postier.
Yes.
Van Esch.
Yes.
McGregor.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Shepherd. Yes.
Thanks so much for coming. Yep, take care. We'll see you soon.
thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mike.
We need to adjourn as a motion to adjourn as a community development agency to convene as a city council.
So moved. Second.
Motion is second. Amanda.
Postier.
Yes.
Van Esch.
Yes.
McGregor.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Shepherd. Yes.
I would call to order as the City Council, and the Open Meetings Act is posted again on the east wall of the council chambers, and we'll do the roll call again.
Postier.
Here.
Wilkinson. Van Esch.
Here.
Piper. McGregor.
Here.
North.
Here.
Shepherd. Here.
You were all sent the minutes of the November 20th, 2025 meeting. Are there any additions or corrections to those minutes?
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion is second. Amanda?
Postier.
Yes.
Van Esch.
Yes.
McGregor.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Shepherd. Yes.
Our next agenda item are claims of elected officials.
So the Finance Committee did meet yesterday, and we have 2 claims of elected officials. The first for Tony North in the amount of $369.24, and I would move for approval.
Second.
Motion and a second. Amanda?
Postier.
Yes.
Van Esch.
Yes.
McGregor.
Yes.
North.
Abstain.
Shepherd. Yes.
Second claim is for Stephen Postier at YCDC, or York County Development Corporation, and the amount of $9,077.25, and I would also move for approval for that.
Second.
Motion and second. Amanda?
Postier. Van Esch.
Yes.
McGregor.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Shepherd. Yes.
And then the claims for the period of November 21st through December 4th, 2025.
Again, the Finance Committee did meet, and we had no questions on that, so I'd move for approval of the claims for the period of November 21st through December 4th of 2025.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further questions of the Finance Committee? Hearing none. Amanda?
Pelletier?
Yes.
Banish?
Yes.
McGregor?
Yes.
North?
Yes.
Shepherd? Yes.
Our next item is City Administrator Report. Dr. Crawford.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council. 2 announcements, and then I'll have Terry Carlson come up and talk about the video we're going to show in a second. First, the Fire Station Cornerstone Celebration is 10:30 a.m. Saturday. This Saturday, 10:30 a.m. in the Firehouse Bay. So you're all welcome to come to that. There is a retirement celebration for Library Director Deb Robertson, Friday, the 12th, right? The right date. Friday, so following Friday, from 3 to 5 at the library. So I encourage all of you to be there, and thank you again, Deb, for fabulous service to the city of York. Now I'll turn it over to Terry Carlson.
I have a question. Can anybody go to the fire station today? Yes.
It is open to the public. Hello, Terry.
Hello. So I'm really excited to finally announce the launching of our new visual identity, our new brand, I guess. And I know people are like, why does the city need a brand? So I do kind of have a little spiel on why it's important for us to go through this process. So I will just read what I wrote. A strong professional brand identity helps the city clearly communicate who we are, what our values are, and why people would want to live, work, or invest in our community. By developing a cohesive visual style, message, and tone, we're able to strengthen community pride, attract new businesses and visitors, and differentiate ourselves from neighboring regions. A well-crafted brand also builds trust and credibility, ensuring that every public-facing communication, from signage to digital platforms, feels consistent, modern, and reflective on the city's goals. Ultimately, a unified brand identity is not just about appearance, a strategic tool that supports our economic development, enhances our civic engagement, and helps us to shape a positive reputation for years to come. So, let's just,
Right.
yes, let's do it. So a couple of the key things that you saw throughout, and I'll actually pass these around, so you guys can take a look at these. And I do have a digital version of this if anybody actually wants to keep this. So a couple of the things, like the words, I guess, that were spread throughout, those are vision, mission statements, goals, strategic goals that we have for the city were spread throughout there. What else? The rise above the ordinary. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to get used to saying that. I'll be honest, I was very skeptical about continuing with the balloon because to me, there was nothing connecting it with the city. There was no story, there was no reason behind it. So Unanimous did an amazing job of helping us figure out a way to merge the two, why that's important for the identity of our city. So there is, and like I said, I can send this to you because there is a lot of information that they shared with us. But I think they did a great job of the rise above the ordinary and why we are such a great city, what the good things that there are about us. So I'm excited about this. We are kind of working through right now the collateral package, so business cards, letterhead, just the basic things to get us started. One of the things that Sue and I have been talking about today is just figuring out, like amongst the departments, how we're going to utilize it within each department, because we all have our own logos. But it's important for us to be cohesive when we go out and promote ourselves. So we're kind of working through that right now. We did get a grant from the Visitors Bureau to help with a portion of this. So they are going to assist with the pole banners, and there was an image, that's not the exact one. The images that you saw at the end of that are just samples of how we could do things. So they'll be doing some pole banners for us, and then brochures, thank you. I was like, what's the other thing? One thing that we don't have as a city is a really good visitor brochure, pamphlet or anything like that the Visitors Bureau can take and spread throughout the state. So that is one thing that will be included in this, is just a City of York, not a, yes, we're York County, but I think it's also important for us as a city to have that piece for ourselves as well. So they're gonna be doing that, and the Visitors Bureau is gonna help with the cost of those two pieces in particular. And then we have a long list of things that they'll be kind of helping us out with, whether it's external communication, again, social media is a big thing, so coming up with templates that we're able to use by department. Just making sure everything that goes out just has that professional touch to it. And I'm not saying that what we have right now isn't, but it's just going to create a more cohesive look. So when somebody sees something from the library or Park and Rec or the convention center, they know, oh, it's the City of York. Because quite honest, a lot of people have no idea that the convention center is even owned by the City of York. I have to tell people that quite frequently. Granted, it's more people that are from out of town. So there is a whole list of things that we have been talking to Unanimous about that will be coming in the next, I guess, the months to come. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. This is my background, so I'm super excited about this. So, any questions, thoughts, comments?
Well, I know, yeah. No, I know you had a lot. I mean, there were several, gatherings and lots of different input from lots of different people on this.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
I think the important thing is what you already touched on, and that's to use it.
Yes, exactly. And that's what,
You can do it, but so many times you see these things done and then you don't really utilize it like you should. So I think that's your challenge now.
Yeah, and they gave us, so there's an online portal basically for anybody to go to. Tony, I've given it to him so he has access anytime he does it. So it has these elements in it, but it has all of our logos in every single format you need. If you need to resize it, you can format it in there. A lot of people think you can just take a logo and stretch it whichever direction you want, and I cringe when I hear that, because you can't. So this portal won't let you do that. It's going to tell you what size do you need, and it's going to make it proportional in the file type that you need. So that will hopefully help everybody stay consistent with it. And yeah, other vendors, I've given it to 3 or 4 other vendors. I know Rustic Dry Goods has already done some stuff with it. Just kind of some initial stuff, but I think it'll be good.
It's a much more functional design than what we had. It's a lot more practical, and it's just straight to the point. I think I think they did a good job.
Yeah, and the one thing, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh, it's the same. My big thing was the color. So the colors are slightly, they're not as primary. They brought them back a little bit, so it's a little bit more sophisticated look, I guess you could say. So the colors are similar, but they brought it back a little bit. Yeah, like I said, each department, you will see, we were given a color. So this was the color palette that they gave us, and we did some rearranging to make sure they made sense, but I think this will kind of help us to identify ourselves amongst each other. So, yeah.
It's good, rebranding for an organization is a lot of work. Just got to do it. For a lot of organizations.
You're just
Yeah, and so having that site, that would come in really handy where they can all just go in and kind of rearrange and keep it all, get the colors the same.
Yep. And one thing, also in the future, photography, I'm big on making sure that when we have photography, it's the right resolution, which means it's gonna translate correctly on whatever you use it for. So we'll be reaching out to get some really good photography. Again, that will be on that site. So anytime somebody needs to make a brochure, we have a good inventory of photos for each department and just the city as a whole. Like if we need to have just a lifestyle, photo for something, we have good photos taken in the right, perspective and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Can't wait for the t-shirt.
So, on that front, just one of the local vendors that we provided this to is Rustic Dry Goods. And they have a City of York store now, it's open to the public. So if you would like a t-shirt or a cardigan
That
or
rises above the ordinary, I
sweatshirt, then you can reach that store and get through or contact Rustic Dry Goods for more information.
Where's the,
Next time I'm here, you might see me.
Yeah, okay, good.
is the story in here? Has everybody heard the
Yeah,
rise
here's,
of?
it's page
At the
18.
beginning.
Page
Brand
18
story.
is the brand story.
Yeah, so if you haven't read that, that's what sold me, because like I said, I was the skeptic in the room about how this was gonna merge. So I think the brand story is really cool, and it kind of, I don't know, it just gives us meaning. Like, we didn't really have that before, and now we have that, so. Yeah,
And how did you say we can get a digital copy of that?
I can email you a PDF.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, maybe Amanda, I'll send that to you, if that works, and then you can just send that to all of them. Yep, perfect. Okay.
Hey, thanks for your leadership on
Appreciate it,
this.
thanks, Terry.
Yep. Very good. Anything else in the city administrator report?
Oh, no. I'm like, why are you looking at me?
Where's the line? Okay, then, moving on. The next is the mayor's appointment of a council member to replace Vicki Northrup, and I am very happy to bring the name and the person of Doreen Lopez to fill that position. I think she'll do a fabulous job on the council, and so I'm excited to bring that appointment to you.
Excellent.
Somebody has to move.
I'll move for approval. Second.
I have a motion and a second. I won't allow any comment. No, does anyone have anything else they want to say? And I would just say that we're doing that tonight, and then the swearing-in process will happen at the next meeting. So we have a motion and a second. Are there any other comments? Hearing none. Amanda?
Postier.
Yes.
Van Esch.
Yes.
McGregor.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Shepherd. Yes.
Very good. Welcome, and we look forward to swearing you in at the next meeting. Beautiful. Next is a discussion and decision on rescheduling the meeting of January 1st, 2026. It appears that there's talk that people don't want to meet that night.
And we talked to the treasurer, and we are able to miss that meeting and still not cause any financial issues if we do not meet on the 1st. And nor are there clerk issues that are a concern if we drop one meeting in the year. So the recommendation of staff was to cancel, there we go, that's the word, cancel the meeting January 1st, 2026.
Sounds great.
Discussion, decision, do we need a motion to that effect on this? Yes, we would need a motion if the council is in agreement on that.
I move to cancel the January 1st, 2026 meeting.
Second.
Motion and second, any further comment? I mean,
To vote, since that would be your first meeting.
she can vote at the next meeting. Once she's sworn in at the next meeting, she can vote, so. Amanda?
Postier.
Yes.
Van Esch.
Yes.
McGregor.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Shepherd. Yes.
The next agenda item, the annual report for Park and Recreation. What?
Where's the 5 minutes?
Yeah.
I sent this stuff early.
Well, it's not as big a stack as usual.
Yeah.
Director Sharif Foltz, the microphone is
Hi,
yours.
Mayor. Our annual report for Parks and Rec, October 1, 2024 to December 30th, 2025. The front page is just the highlights, and of course, everything behind it is the data that supports the highlights. Let's talk about the Anna Bemis Farm Museum and how wonderful it's doing at its own standalone building. 3 exhibits, almost 390 program attendees, which is, she's doing programs once a month per every exhibit, and that's how many people are coming, which is fantastic. And over 1,000 visitors. Remember when it was in the community center, there was 1,000 visitors in 10 years. So now we're getting 1,000 plus visitors in 1 year, which is just absolutely fantastic. A little plug, which I think is going to be awesome, on Sunday from 3 to 4, there's going to be the Retro Radio Rewind. So think like old school radio show with an audience, like soap opera, These are the grains of our lives. It kind of reminds me of Desperate Housewives. Carrie, our museum curator, wrote the whole thing. She is so nervous, and I am so excited to watch them. They're teaming up with the radio station. York University has a couple speakers too, and it's just going to be absolutely fantastic. It is at the museum, 3 to 4 on Sunday, and I invite you all there because
And live on the radio?
and live on the radio, and it's going to be recorded so you can watch it anytime if you can't be there. I'm excited. I think this will be so cool, and from what I've heard, it's very funny. Each of them has a tie, and then local businesses did sponsorships to do commercials, and they like retro commercials. So I got to read ours, and I didn't get it online. Someone else read it for me, but it's funny. Even just hearing our commercial like in retro, I don't know, whatever. It's cool. It was funny. I was reading it, so I invite you all to that because the museum is doing fantastic. Other facilities that are just doing awesome is the city auditorium had 985 rentals. Stephen asked me, and there was a comment like, how that's more than 2.5 a day. Yeah, the auditorium is used all the time. In our data system, there's different locations. So the north dining room would be one location, the lower levels one location, the main gym one location, and then also when we have batting cages up, that counts as a location. So at times there can be 4 different things going on in the auditorium.
And the Children's Museum
And the Children's
counts,
Museum.
right?
But we don't count the Children's
You
Museum. So
don't?
take this plus all the Children's Museum, and that is also something that happens at the auditorium. It's just fantastic. Right now, the Satona Soup Supper is going on. There's a homeschool basketball tournament all weekend. We have 2 days off, which is open to open rec. We have volleyball practice, and then we have the Heart of the Holidays festival. That is the next 5 days. So the auditorium is very, very, very busy, and the generator is almost hooked up December 9th. So it'll be perfect for potential winter storms. Moving on, the ballpark complex continues to be a staple to get people into the community. We had 40 local teams utilize that, which is great. We had 430 tournament teams come in and use that for the weekends, which is great. That just continues to be a huge success. And I always think that it's so cool to look at how many concession items we sell every single year. So we had about 46,000 items of concessions that went through those windows. Incredible. The community center, I still can't believe what the renovation has done to the community center. If you go back to the stats, we were averaging around like 16,000 member check-ins, and now we're up to 39,000, almost 40. Like, incredible how busy the community center always is. Our programs, Kayla's doing a great job of getting programs as well, and kids in adult leagues, so good job to the staff. Family Aquatic Center was the drop-off year. If you remember, the very first opening day, it was 40 degrees and it was raining, and I ran and got hot hands for all my lifeguards on the first day of summer. So it was just a very strange year. We had low staff, we had cold temperatures. It was just a year that gave us some issues. So we're gonna rebound. That's no doubt about it. Our core staff remains the same, and we're just recruiting and having lifeguard classes about every month. If we could just find anyone 15 and older to become a lifeguard. Parks staple, this is our first year that we utilized the Levitt Stadium with turf, and so we took ownership of the concession stand, so that means high school football games, college baseball games, Legion baseball games, everything was under our roof. The field continues to be utilized all the time. If you remember the end of October, York University was still having baseball games there, which was great. They were not able to do that prior with the football because the bleachers are in there, so that's a great addition that we got. The soccer complex continues to thrive, and you guys have put in so many resources to make this fantastic that I actually got reached out to if they could start to utilize it for other purposes outside of soccer too, just increasing participation. So I'm looking at new ways to utilize the soccer fields for different sporting events, like if it was flag football or just have some more like kid things out there that people are interested. If we can, hey, can we rent a field to do this, kickball or whatever. So we're looking at some different possibilities to utilize that as well. Other than that, Parks and Rec continues to do absolutely good things for the community and the quality of life, and I am thankful for all of your support. Short, sweet, under 5 minutes, maybe? Any questions? Cool.
And we are thankful that the Visitors Bureau and the county commissioners.
So we also applied for a York County Visitor Grant Improvement Fund grant, and the county commissioners approved $100,000 for the auditorium. Gym floor resurfaced, repainted, stage lights, and a new marquee. And I actually started working on those RFPs this morning. Hopefully that we can get some bids returned by the end of January, and I'll come back to you guys hopefully February 19th, and we can get this thing rolling so we can get some auditorium done.
And we appreciate that.
It'd be awesome. Yeah, that is a
It
great
was
thank
nice,
you for that
and
work.
those are all great improvements that'll just make that building even better.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Any other questions? Short and sweet, thank you. Our next agenda item is consider approval of resolution 2025-27 declaring certain city property surplus and authorizing disposition of surplus property for the police department.
I'm so awesome on that.
Okay?
Mayor, council, we have surplus in two motions because the police surplus are items like tasers, things that we do not want auctioned off to the public. So that surplus resolution allows us to dispose of those items and allow other government entities or other places, appropriate places, to dispose of those items. And the second resolution is, as normal, most of our surplus is, we do work with Green Realty, and it's auctioned off.
Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah.
Because when I got that, I'm like, so, like, anybody can buy
You
this
read this from the top down, you're like, we're gonna auction this off.
I know.
And then you read your down,
I know, that's what I was like, I could just go buy a taser and that's probably not good.
It appears your clarification was good. It's good. So we have two different resolutions to approve, and we would be looking to approve 2025-27 on the police surplus property.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further comment? Amanda?
Postier,
Yes.
Vanish.
Yes.
McGregor.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Shepherd. Yes.
And then consider approval of resolution 2025-29, declaring certain city property surplus and authorizing disposition of that surplus property. That will be stuff that goes to auction. And do we have any idea what those things are?
Libraries.
Tables.
Yeah, tables and chairs.
That sort of thing? Very good.
Move for approval of resolution 2025-29.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further comment? Amanda?
Postier.
Yes.
Vanish.
Yes.
McGregor.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Shepherd. Yes.
Our last agenda item is the second reading of ordinance number 2411, the annexation of a tract of land comprising of a part of Lot 3, Seidel's Addition, part of the northeast quarter of 7-10-2, and this would be the second reading. Third reading will happen at the next meeting. Any comments on this agenda item? Hearing none, we will consider this the second reading. Thank you all for being here tonight, and we are adjourned.